Hello and good morning everyone. It is another day. I hope you are all doing so well today. So I was headed to the national park this morning and I just looked around and I wasn't really feeling it. So I didn't go inside, but there's always stuff to find here and stuff to do. So I'm actually just walking further. I think there's a public park that I wanted to look at and it's supposed to be pretty big. So I'm gonna go check that out. Conclusion to yesterday, it actually took me quite a while to get home. I couldn't use the bus or train or anything without any cash on me and a improper banking card. I ended up having to take a very expensive Uber back to the hotel. So, you know, no problem, lessons learned. Something cool that I noticed when I was here, I don't really take my camera out at nighttime unless I'm actually planning a specific video. So I went out last night or night before last, or I think it was last night, and you know, they take Halloween very seriously here. I saw some Halloween costumes that were actually like pretty scary, and I'm usually not one who's like afraid of anything Halloween related because you know it's Halloween, so how could you be scared if you know it's like the time that people are dressing up as scary things. No, they take it pretty seriously. I saw a vampire and for half a second I thought it was a real vampire. It's pretty cool. There's tons of Halloween parties. I've never been so much into like the dressing up and all of that, but definitely I would have checked out one of the Halloween parties. I just know, just like anywhere else, clubs and all that, the cover must just be super expensive. I'm just walking this one direction. Hopefully I don't go too far in one direction because then I have to get back. But I'm just gonna find something to do today and we're gonna have fun. Kind of odd to say, but surprisingly Japan has been the cheapest place that I've traveled so far. And it's funny, like even cheaper than Thailand, Cambodia, you know, this has been the cheapest place that I've been at. Not because the stuff here is cheap, it's actually the most expensive place. Everything is the most expensive out of anywhere I've been. But the difference is, I'm so adverse to expensive things as far as me spending when I don't want to. So I've actually went to probably, you know, very extreme lengths to not spend money. You know, I ended up able to see everything I wanted to see and do a whole bunch of stuff and actually does not spend a lot of money. It ended up turning into one of the cheapest places that way. Now you're wondering, how in the world is this still cheaper than Cambodia, for example? The thing is, in Cambodia, I can go to the bar every single night because it's free to get in, right? So here, if I want to go to the bar, you're already paying $20 just to get in, $20 or more. And so then, once you're inside, drinks are very expensive. You know, bars in Cambodia, I can get myself drinks from anywhere between 50 cents and $2. But the thing is, you'll end up getting a $2 drink because it's a good deal. And you might get 3 of them. And then you'll get hungry. And then you'll end up wanting to eat at one of the tourist spots because you're really wanting just some really good food. You can easily end up spending, you know, $40 in a night. You know, it can snowball into quite a bit. However, here, it's been so cheap for me because even though it's a similar concept, yes, I don't even go in because you have to pay to even get started and the drinks are very expensive. It's all this small stuff that's cheap on the surface that adds up. In Thailand, for instance, I took maybe 20 tuk-tuk rides and they're all very cheap, very, very cheap. 20 of those adds up, where in Japan, I've taken only 1 taxi and that was on accident. So here, I've ended up spending significantly less on transportation just because I haven't really been doing anything other than walking because I know the taxis are expensive and the Uber is expensive. In a weird way, it actually is cheaper. It's been the cheapest place that I've been at. I've enjoyed it a lot because of that. traveling for quite some time at this point. It's been over 2 months and I'm not quite done. I have other places to go, other countries, quite a bit more time. So if there's stuff that you want to see, you know, or things you want to know about at the places that I'm at, or places that you want me to go, then you can let me know. And I have quite a bit of time on my hands, actually. You know, I don't mind putting something together. You know, I go to each place, I see all the stuff that I want to see, and some days I'm really up for anything, and some days I really want to do something particular. So yeah, just let me know. So it seems this is a sports park that's under construction here. I was thinking that it would be open, but there's some sort of bike festival as well going on. So like I said, the city is so big and busy that you can always just find interesting things going on. So yeah, I mean, I have no clue where I'm at or what direction I headed, but I'm now at Bike Tokyo. You know, I knew something was up. I saw a whole bunch of people on bikes, you know, big bikes, small bikes, just all different kinds of like biking going on. So it seems, in my opinion, that biking is such a larger thing here, because you know how like motorbikes are in Thailand and Cambodia? Here there's so many people who bike, so it makes sense that there's such a huge biking culture here. Usually like biking at home is like smaller, it's like in the residential communities, but here people bike just for regular transportation pretty heavily. So I'm in the best shape of my life somehow. You know, I think it's definitely only from traveling. I don't even know how I left on this trip without taking like a Fitbit or something. I must walk so many miles every single day. You know, I do hiking, I do all sorts of physical activity every single day almost. Pretty much has gotten me in some of the best shape that I've ever been. As far as like how I'm holding up, the only complaint I have is like my stomach. My stomach is starting to catch up to me. All the change of food. I mean, besides that, I've been pretty good. I think I caught like a really bad leg cramp the other day. It only lasted for a few seconds, but you know, it was pretty bad. I was on the train and it almost brought me to my knees. Besides that, I've been just like perfect. Just getting in great shape from traveling, so it's good, great exercise. I'm just always out here walking, hiking, running, whatever. So I think this is definitely not news to anyone who is outside of the US, but all of the places that I've been, people are so much more healthier. Everyone I've seen, it seems to be in so much better shape. I see people doing recreational exercise, like tons of it. You know, I see a massive amount of elderly people who are working out. I think in Japan, I don't think I've seen maybe even a couple of people who are overweight. Not that it's like a, you know, downing my own place, but definitely everywhere that I've been, it's been so much healthier. I don't know if it's because the heavy reliance on, you know, transportation by foot and bike in some places, but people seem to like genuinely enjoy going out and doing some nice exercise. So probably about now I could break the news of where I am headed next. I am going to Auckland, New Zealand. I have plenty of time there, so it's going to be just tons of adventures. Just want to give you guys a heads up. The next location is New Zealand. So the plan for today is to pack. I need to just pack my stuff, get my travel plans ready. I know there's multiple airports here. I don't want to end up in the wrong airport like I did in Bangkok. And if I finish up early enough, of course I'm gonna go hit the arcade for a little bit. And tomorrow, yeah, I got a long flight. So I think it has a stopover also, and I'm not sure how long that stopover is. So maybe I'll have time to go on a separate adventure. I appreciate you walking around the city with me today. You know, go ahead and drop a like on the video like always. You know, it means a lot. I enjoy having you guys with me. If you're a new subscriber, you know, welcome. I have tons of cool stuff, tons of adventures coming up for you all. Definitely stick around for that. Like always, I will see you in the next video.